What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am going to be speaking about having your sun conjuncting your partner's sun in SYNASTRY. So when two people share this aspect in SYNASTRY, it does show that they can have very similar energies and even similar approaches to life. The sun in SYNASTRY is basically the core identity and yourself, and it's representative of the way that people express themselves. So when it comes to having this conjunction with another person, two people can have the same sun signs, or their sun is set in a degree that's pretty close to their partner. So their connection can be one that's quite strong, and they can have a way of understanding each other and having a similar way of viewing the world, and they can feel like they just get each other, like they just click. So there can be a lot of harmony in their connection and between the two partners. The relationship can feel easy when it comes to being together, and their communication can flow quite well. They can be in alignment in a lot of ways and be the same on a lot of things. They're also likely to share a lot of similar goals and ambitions, even in a lot of values. And with this conjunction, it makes it easier for them to also be very supportive of each other on their life paths, because they can have a strong understanding of where each other is coming from. And having this conjunction does bring an element of comfort and also compatibility to a relationship between two people. It can make the relationship feel like there's a sense of ease, comfort, and it can feel like it is also a sense of being at home with someone, which can create a pretty strong foundation in their relationship. Both of them can feel very seen because they can also feel very understood, and in the relationship they can also derive the sense of being and feeling appreciated with each other, and like they can just be themselves in each other's presence and when they are together. And overall, having the sun conjuncting your partner's sun in SYNASTRY is a pretty positive aspect to have with someone, and is one that can lead to this strong connection between two people, especially with a lot of harmony in their relationship, which can lead to a long-lasting and fulfilling connection with someone. However, even with this SYNASTRY, there is still potential for challenges in their relationships. With them being very similar in a lot of ways, they can also experience challenges around things like being too much alike or too much the same. Because with the SYNASTRY, they can share in a lot of the same strengths, but also the same weaknesses too, which can lead to a lot of imbalances in a lot of areas in their relationship. Take, for instance, two people with two strong personalities can experience clashes when it comes to both people trying to assert themselves and taking the lead in the relationship at the same time. And with the SYNASTRY, they can experience that they are mirroring each other in a lot of ways. And if, say, one of the partners has a part of themselves that is being reflected back to them in their partner who's kind of mirroring that trait back to them, and they dislike or have not come to accept that part of themselves, this can also be another part where the relationship can be quite challenging, because a lot of their own traits are going to be kind of reflected back to them in their partner. Also, with a lot of similarities that come with this SYNASTRY, there can be a sense of imbalance and a sense of stagnation in the relationship, where it feels like they could have very similar ideas and similar perspectives, and it can feel like there is a lack of being challenged on things. However, with the SYNASTRY, it does tend to play out differently for different signs. For instance, if you have two sun signs, this can look like them being able to experience a relationship where they really can push each other and also experience a lot of excitement and also more so adventure in their relationship, and they can really push each other's ambitions with two of the same signs. And if it's an air sign, they can really experience a very stimulating, especially mentally stimulating relationship with a lot of conversation, and even the sense of having a meeting of the minds between each other and being able to really click on that level, like a very strong intellectual bond. And if it's two water signs, then they can have a very strong emotional bond where it's like they really understand each other on a very deep level, and they are quite empathetic towards each other when it comes to nurturing their relationship and supporting each other. And when it comes to two earth signs, they can experience the sense of being able to rely on each other and also experiencing being in support of each other in his ambitions and creating a steady relationship where they're on the same page when it comes to things like their goals and their ambitions. And generally having this synastry can create the strong sense of unity and being on the same team when it comes to a relationship, and being able to be in a relationship that feels like very strong and effective and powerful teamwork being shared between two people. And because they tend to share similar goals, they can be on the same page in a lot of ways, especially when it comes to what they're trying to achieve in their relationship. And when it comes to supporting each other, which can come quite effortlessly. In each other, they can find a partner who really supports them, understands them, and they can feel like has their back on a lot of things, and especially their aspirations. With the synastry, both the partners can experience that their relationship kind of feels like it is bringing out a strong sense of confidence and even being empowered. There's that strong sense of having like-mindedness between the two partners, and it can also bring the sense of feeling very fulfilled in the relationship, as well as feeling very assured in this relationship that they have someone by their side. Because in having a conjunction between the two people's sun signs, it is a reinforcing of both of their egos, and both of the partners' egos is affirmed and even validated in this relationship, since the sun does represent the ego. And both of the partners can have a lot of admiration for each other, and they can have a lot of mutual respect in this relationship because of that. And with this conjunction between both of their suns, there can be less amounts of friction and more harmony. When it comes to their interactions, it can just feel very natural, it can feel almost effortless. They can especially feel like they're moving in the same direction, and that conjunction is really going to emphasize or intensify the sense that they have a lot of similarities and strengthen that part of their connection with each other. And it's a strong and powerful bond to share between two people. However, at the end of the day, some signs may do better than other signs with this conjunction between two people. For instance, having two Virgo signs meeting up in a conjunction in this way in a relationship can work out really well, but it can also work out to have a lot of challenges. For instance, being too detail-oriented, leading to criticism, or these tendencies of perfectionism may also amplify the challenges. Or to Aquarius signs, which can be a very stimulating connection between two people, but can also have that sense of detachment, which can lead to being emotionally struggling to connect between two people, which can amplify the challenges in the relationship. However, that's not to say that it cannot work, but there can be some challenges that make it so that the challenges can be quite big at times. However, they can still work with this aspect, bring a lot of compatibility between two people and understanding, especially if they are willing to work through any kind of conflicts or challenges. This synastry can be a very great one to have with someone. It can point to a very harmonious connection between two people, and having the sun conjuncting your partner's sun aspect in synastry does point to very complementing energy within the relationship, and that complementing energy really happens and is brought out in the relationship naturally, which is pointing towards a very positive, lasting and fulfilling relationship to have. Any strengths that the partners or each individual in this relationship has is kind of doubled or amplified, and even as a couple they develop this very strong identity. It can make for a very smooth running relationship with someone, and it can even be quite motivating to have what feels like a teammate and being deeply understood and known by someone. Well, that does it for this video on having your sun conjuncting your partner's sun in synastry. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and that you found it helpful. And if you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to this channel for more videos. Well, that is where I love and leave you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye guys.